Hey guys, it's Brandon09, and today I'm going to be telling you guys the fastest way to get yen in many different ways. If you're a free-to-play player, if you like spending Robux on the game, if you're new to the game, if you've been playing the game for a while, and if you're just AFK farming, and if you are just active and trying to earn as much yen as you can. Going straight into it, if you want to spend Robux on this game, I will recommend a few game passes that are very important and some game passes that you want to get if you are trying to save some Robux. So 2 game passes I would definitely recommend when you're trying to grind for yen quickly if you want to spend Robux is the Magnet Game Pass and the Auto Clicker Game Pass. These game passes will help a lot when you're trying to actively earn yen. If you're AFK, they will help if you're working on bigger bosses, but it will mostly help when you're in the time trials or the dungeons, if you want to call it, and this will help you just get the gold without having to run like on the gold whenever you're using the magnet. And the auto clicker just helps you go through the dungeon quicker. I'll show you how, like, what it does and how it'll help you go through the dungeons quicker. If you want to spend a lot of Robux, though, you can basically just buy anything you want, anything that you think will help you. For example, the lucky things, the 2 times yen, which will also help you in your yen, the 5 fighters, the extra equipped fighters, and the 2 times XP for when you're trying to fuse things. Just anything you want to buy, you can buy there. So, moving on to the first way of farming yen, actively farming yen. So this way, a lot of YouTubers say time trials / dungeons is the fastest way to actively get yen, and they're right. But how do you do these dungeons quicker or time trials quicker? The mounts will definitely help you a bunch, and as I said again, these 2 game passes right here, the magnet and the auto clicker, will help you a bunch in the time trials. But the mounts are also very important because they give you extra speed. Right now I only have the sand pile, which is my best mount. I'm a free to play player, so I don't have any of these mounts, but the sand pile, that's the one that I have right now. So right now I'm going to be completing the Demon King quest / task that Kodaki has given me, so I only have 1 more left, which is what I left it at before I started this video. So I'm just gonna go over there, and once I defeat it, I will show you guys what the amount that I get from it. Alright, so we are down to the last 15 million health of this boss, which is the last boss in the entire quest that Kodaki gives you, which is the Slayer Corpse world. So it finally has died, so let's go collect our stuff at the Kodaki place. So here we are back at Kodaki with every single quest finished. So let's talk to him. Great job, you completed the quest, confirm. You're finally a true Slayer, take these as a reward. So here's the mount, and here is one of the tokens that he gives you, which is like kind of a badge. It gives you a yen, and sometimes they give you extra luck. Here I'm pretty sure it'll give you extra things as well. Yep, right there. And if we go to the mount, the thing that we all did this for, or that I did this for at least, the metal beast, equip, and we press M, and it gives us a lot more speed if we walk around. So this is very important for the time trials because it gives you a lot of extra speed, and these are very easy to do. These quests, you complete them very fast. So I'm gonna meet you guys back at the time trials and show you why the mount, the magnet, and the auto clicker, yes, right there, is so important for the time trials. So back in New Mex City, the time trials is only to the left of the spawn over there. So if we come in here, obviously the time trials just doesn't immediately start. There's a timer to it, so the next time trial starts in 18 minutes. So I guess I'm gonna have to show you this later, but if you've seen other people doing time trials, I will show you guys again, and why auto clicker and magnet, I've said this a million times, why they are so important. So let's move on to AFK farming, and for this we're gonna have to go to a lot of different worlds for whichever one you are best fit to. So we are back at Chimera Island, which is my personal best island, or highest island that I can go to, and it's important to be here because these stars, this is the best star that I can hatch right now, and if I just hatch them, I will get a lot stronger characters than other like places that where if I were to hatch in somewhere else like the Slayer Corps, they would be a lot weaker and lower level unless you have a legendary, which I do from Slayer Corps. His name is Wave, and I leveled him up by just fusing, as you all know, just fusing them with these people, just fuse selected, and this is barely going to give us anything, but it doesn't really matter right now. So this is important because you need to get the strongest characters you can get. And once you do, you don't want to go to any of these bosses or any of these characters. You don't want to fight any of them. And King is all the way over there if I zoom out. So none of these. You don't want to fight any of them. What you want to do is come over back to the teleport, and you want to go to 2 worlds under the current world, that your current best world that you have. So mine is the Slayer Corps. So if we teleport there, now this is where you want to be. 2 worlds under your best world that you can go to, and with the best characters that you can have. Mine, they aren't really too good. I've never gotten a mythical before, but they're pretty decent. Pika, level 83, which is an epic, and then this is also a rare shiny, so I'm still using it because it's a shiny, obviously, and it's really strong. And this Wave, it's from this very world, from the Demon Star. It's the legendary, and I've been leveling it up a lot because obviously it's a legendary and it's going to be very strong. See, it's my strongest unit, even though it's only level 81 and these are level 82 and 83. So the reason why we are here and instead of like our best world is because we want to fight either this boss or the secret boss up there. I am just going to fight this boss because it's pretty easy. But the reason why AFK farming is so difficult is because once you kill a boss, you have to like click it on it again 3 times so you can get all of your characters, or 5 times if you have the game pass. You have to click on it again after it dies, or else it'll all be pretty useless, because like once you get to around like 3 or 4 million from this boss, it'll just die and you'll just AFK for the rest of the time and it won't really do anything. So the way to fix that is to use a macro like software. I use Tiny Tools, which I'll probably make a guide on that later on, maybe like in one of my future videos. But the way macro softwares work, or basically Tiny Tools, is you can record the mouse movement or the clicks of your mouse. So if, let's say, we start recording on Tiny Tools, which I'll teach you guys later. I explained it pretty terribly in this video, so I'm just going to be explaining it in the after editing. Basically, what Tiny Tools Tiny Task, I keep getting that wrong. Basically, what Tiny Task helps you do is once you can control it to where once the boss dies, you can click on it again and have Tiny Task record your clicks and make your characters all start attacking it again, and then you can just keep doing that on repeat, so you won't have to worry about once you finish killing the boss, it'll just stop AFKing, and you can just continue doing that for the rest of the time that you are AFK. Alright, now back to the video. So if we go back to the Chimera Island, if we go to this boss or any of the other bosses, it takes ages, for me at least, to kill. As you can see, even if I turn on my auto clicker like this, it takes forever. As you can see, it's just barely, the health bar is barely going down, and it takes just forever. And even when you do complete this, you do get a lot of money from it, but it's not as much as if you killed the other bosses multiple times, which is the best way to farm yen AFK, because this doesn't give as much yen as killing like a different boss like 10 times. Because let's say something else has like less health, let's say something else has 125 million health. It's better to kill that boss 10 times than to kill this boss once, because it gives way more yen. An example of this is when we go over here to the Slayer Corps, the dad right here, it is around 100 million health, 110 million health, whatever. If we go over there to Achille or a killer, I forgot its name, it has 500 million health. This right here gives around 7 million yen. And if we go over there, that one gives around 25 million yen, so it would be much more worth it to kill this 5 times than to kill that one once, because you would get a lot more yen for it. So that is basically the best way to AFK farm, and now we are back in New Mech to go to the time trials, and something is rumbling in Virtual Castle. So we're not gonna go get it, even though it's a pretty cool raid. We're not gonna go get it, so we're gonna come into the time trial. Let's see how long the time trial has left. So it's 9 minutes. So the reason why I think you guys can trust me, even though I'm pretty much a noob with these pets, is because only 3 days ago did I just get into Slayer Corpse, which I can show you guys the video of when I got into Slayer Corpse right now on the screen. And right now, 3 days after, I'm already 2 worlds above it with some really insane pets, meaning I probably got a lot of yen in between them. So, I would already basically be at the last world, which is called Empty World, if I hadn't spent all of my money on, or yen on, stars that I kept trying to get mythicals and legendaries and stuff. There's just not a high chance to get it, but it still is a good use of your yen if you want to hatch a legendary mythical. But we're just gonna come back once this time trials timer is gone and we can go back in. So again, this time trials, you want the magnet and auto clicker, and I'll be showing you guys why. I'm not gonna be buying them, but I'll just be showing you guys what they'll do and how they'll help you, and like what happens if you don't have them. So I'll be back in 8 minutes when this timer is gone. Alright, so time trials is starting in 40 seconds, and just a quick rundown of the game passes that I just talked about, the magnet and the auto clicker. Basically, when you click something, the auto clicker will click it for you or attack it for you, so you don't have to do that. And the magnet basically just collects all the gold that's near you or anything that you just killed. So we just have a pay to win player, this guy over here, and this is actually the first time I'm going into a time trials in a group. And the time trials, obviously, I just said, are very, very helpful when you're trying to actively farm for yen. So if we go in here, okay, this guy's just gonna farm everything. Obviously, this guy obviously has the auto clicker game pass. If you read what was on the screen just like 2 seconds earlier, then you'll know that I didn't really explain this part well, or I just told you guys that this part I really didn't explain well, because I just was focusing on this guy, trying to keep up with him, because he was obviously very fast, because he has the skateboard, which is, I'm pretty sure, one of the last mounts that you can get. And obviously he has the sprint game pass, and he also has the magnet and the auto clicker game pass, which makes him very OP and makes him go through this very fast. So since I wasn't able to explain it well in the video, I'm just going to be explaining it right now. So what the auto clicker does is, whenever you click on a mob or a boss or anything that you can attack, it'll give you an extra cursor whenever you start attacking it, and that cursor will click for you. It'll automatically click. So as you can see, what I'm doing in the video is I'm clicking on the mob, and then I have to drag my mouse down to the mouse thing, the attack button thing, which is very slow if you're watching the video right now. So how to fix that is you can just click on the mob, and then the auto clicker will click for you, and it's very cheap and it's very useful. And what this guy's using is the magnet, which helps him just go through this very quickly, because the magnet, he doesn't have to run over all the coins like I do and all of the extra boosts and stuff like I do. He can just go while the magnet collects the stuff for him. So that's the end of this video. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope this helps you the next time you're farming yen, whether you're spending Robux, you're AFK, or you're actively farming it. And bye-bye.